Oh, oh, go, 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 go! Yay! I'm flying! Hello everybody, this is Superman227 here, and we will be playing ScrapMechanic today. ScrapMechanic is pretty fun, I like it a lot, and I would like to show you a couple of my creations that I've done, because this is the first episode, and I thought, well, might as well just show kind of some of my creations. And so, that's what we're going to be doing today. And we're out in this open field. Yeah, sort of open. And today, we'll be looking at kind of today, like I'm going to be kind of categorizing them. Today, I'm going to kind of do like the first few vehicles I created. Okay, so this was the very first vehicle I ever created. It might look a little like you're lying kind of thing, but honestly, I'm not. The reason why I was able to build this, and you probably guys can tell what it is, the only reason why I was able to build this was because before I got my computer, which it took me a while to get, I watched YouTube a lot, and I wanted to do YouTube, and when I finally got my computer, I got this, and I've been watching ScrapMechanic a lot, and so I kind of always loved the game. And so I built this, and it's a hovercraft, and I made a not a smart mechanism, it's kind of like an average mechanism, but it doesn't start until you press the 1 key, and then it turns those sensors down towards the ground, and then those sensors ignite the thrusters, and then the suspension will kind of push it back, so it kind of stabilizes itself. I don't think they had the suspension resistance or whatever it's called at the time, so as you can see, it hovers nice. I saw how to do the suspension glitch, so I was able to know how to do that. There's no backwards, it's just forwards and that, and so I kind of just knew that if you put suspension on some thrusters with a sensor on it, it would work, but it didn't really work. Like it kind of did this like bouncy motion. The character side is rocking his head like a rock star. Yeah, but okay, so now it's pretty easy to drive. It's just WASD, except there's no S. And so let's go, and it kind of smooths out while you drive it. This is I was pretty happy with myself on my first creation. I was like, yes, I made it. And that's that. It's just kind of like a basic hovercraft. I mean, if you wanted to like change it up, I guess you can make it into like a little mini game where you just battle each other. Like you just bump into each other. I mean, it's a small creation. It's not that laggy. It really isn't. But so I guess you could make a game out of this. If you notice the colors, I chose blue and red. I kind of like made a few creations until I chose kind of like what my colors would be. As you can see, it's kind of like a light red right now, and then like a light blue. I didn't like the blue afterwards, and so I didn't do the blue as much. I mean, every now and then you see it, and then like I put like the thrusters were yellow, so that's like the red, yellow, and blue colors is like Superman's colors, so I did that. So that's the first creation right there, and if you like it, you can subscribe to it. Actually, I don't have this on the workshop right now, so if you did want this, like if you wanted it on the workshop to do something with, just comment me in the comment section, and I'll put it up there if you guys want it, and that's that. Okay, so that's that one, and now we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, so my second creation are these two right here. Well, these are basically the same thing, just that one on the far side over there is basically, it has a bit more, it's like, just better, it's been perfected a bit more, it raises up above the ground, it's designed more for terrain, while this one is kind of for a flat area, so if you wanted to go into a flat world, this is probably what you would use. The reason why this one has these thrusters up top is because sometimes you would flip over or you like hit a tree and you go up it, you can press this, and that would just like flip you back over, and then you can get in. I'll show you what the controls in a little bit. So I like this creation a lot. I was super proud when I finally got this done. So like I previously downloaded ScrapMechanic, like using I was just downloaded ScrapMechanic like a long time ago on an old computer, but like when I downloaded it, it lagged my computer like really bad, and I wasn't able to really move out. And I wanted to build a pod racer. I had the idea at the time, but so I built this pod racer now when I got my new computer, and so now I've got this. And so when I built this, I was super proud of it. I added some lights because they had lights back then, and I added some suspension, and this was my favorite second creation. For one, this one specifically didn't get really big of a hit. This one, however, got a big hit. That one, like in a couple weeks, got 113 subscribers and made it on the top 50 list or something like that. And I was really proud of that. So I thought, wow, I'm really good at Star Wars creations. So you'll probably see a lot of Star Wars creations in my builds because, for one, I love Star Wars, and I thought, oh wow, like, this is gonna be really cool. And so I thought I would be really good. And so then the next kind of, and so on, but the next kind of Star Wars creations didn't really work out, so that didn't happen. So basically, this was a big hit, and it was my second creation, and I was kind of ready for it. It works. These have suspension back here, and they bend. The reason why this isn't covered is because if I didn't have it there, it would bend, but it would slam onto the side because the suspension can go through objects. And so it could, here, if you look, well, maybe it won't compress right now, but usually it'll compress like that, see? And it'll do the same mechanism as if it was doing it right here. So so it helps stabilize it. And so yeah, it uses glitch steering and all that stuff. This one is same thing, just perfected as I said before. So now let's give it a little test. So we hopped into the perfected version. That's what I call this one. And if you want to find this on the workshop, just FYI, this is called the Super Pod Racer. And I think this one will be pretty fun, at least. And I like it. It's fun. It's fast. So I got two buttons here. One does like extra thrust. And then the second one is the downward thrust that I was talking about earlier. And so I missed a couple of paint spots, but it's not big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. And so let's give this a test track. It handles really well. You can see how it kind of bounces around though. It used to work a lot better, but I think the updates kind of messed it up. See, it usually goes like really smooth like that. Oh, what's this world? I just I keep saying FYI. Just, by the way, when I was generating this world, I didn't know what world I was generating, so I was like, what world am I generating right now? And so, this was kind of just like a weird world that I didn't really have much to do with. And so, yeah. And then this is here. It was kind of like a little testing. I found a glitch on the workshop. It was like a anti-gravity glitch or something like that. And basically, you would do the anti-gravity, and like I put micro thrusters, the mod, on them, and I just shot them off. Like I connected them to the switch, and it shot off, and then I would go on like a hunt because I was bored. And just why not? And so yeah, here I want to try flip over for a second. If you get really good at this, you can fly sort of, but you have to like angle yourself up so that you fly. I guess I could. Just one. And then hopefully. Oh. Let's see how this works. Oh jeez. Go! Yay! I'm flying! So, you can fly, sort of. Not really. Just I gotta be good at it. And so it's a work in progress, but I think I might update it in the future. Nailed the win. Okay, so that's basically this creation. And yeah, if you like it, just download it. It's not that laggy, honestly. It's pretty fun. I'm actually going to show you guys one more thing before I put this away, because you're probably all thinking, like, when is he going to use thrust going forward and boost thrust at the same time? Just for the laughs, I guess. Sort of. I'm going to do it, and then I'm just going to go straight and crash into the wall. So let's do this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no, we're flying. No, this isn't what I wanted to. Oh boy. Okay, here, we're going to just crash into the ground. Or not. Yeah, this is the problem with this. Sometimes the little middle part right there will get stuck in between, and you're just like stuck in between. So that's this creation, the Super Pod Racer. I did a typo on accident. I just have never fixed it. But it's Super Pod Race instead. But the other one's Super Pod Racer. This one's Super Pod Race Perfected. I'm being confusing. Let's get on with it. Okay, so this is my second creation. Sorry about the last one. The last one before that, the Super Pod Racer, I messed up on because I kept saying second, and I meant third. That was my third creation. This is my second creation, and you can probably tell since there's thrusters, and there's thrusters everywhere, and there's thrusters, and there's more thrusters, and there's thrusters, and more, and more, and more, and more thrusters, and some buttons and some seats, and that there's not really wheels. It's probably a flying machine. And if you guessed that, you are correct. And so, it's just a basic flying machine. It was the second creation. I kind of wanted to challenge myself when I started. And as you can see, I have blue on this one. I kind of stopped using blue after a while. I didn't like it afterwards. I was like, I uploaded it to the workshop. I just forgot about this one. So this is my second creation. The Super Pod Racer is my third creation. So, basic lift. Oh yeah. If you do download this, which you probably won't because this one isn't that great, I don't recommend it. I'm just showing my first kind of ones because I think they were kind of cool for first. Excuse me. So I forgot to swap this, and so when you download it, please swap that. And so so later on, I reset my keys. Well, didn't reset my keys, but I used some of my keys, like did the second option for my keys, and I resetted it so I can fly like really easily, which I'll show you with one of my really cool creations that what I can do, probably on the next episode or something like that. So yeah, this thing was my second creation, my actual second creation. It's not perfectly balanced, but it's pretty balanced, honestly. So I haven't flown this in like forever, so I'm still gonna probably get used to this. So 1 is your upwards thrust, and then 2 is an extra boost. So that means like if you want to get up somewhere farther and faster. 3 and 4 is your roll. 5 is your tilt. And 5 and 6 is your tilt, and then I don't really have a way to get down. Oh yeah, I remember. So you have to push 5 and 6 at the same time, or 5, 6, 3, and 4 if you just want to go at a slow or slow descent or something like that. You can press them both at the same time, or you just turn them off and crash land, honestly. But yeah, that's this. I like the goal for this one, honestly. The goal for this one, honestly, was I like watching ScrapMechanic. ScrapMechanic, I think, is really funny and he's awesome and that stuff. And so, I give a shout out. I'm giving a shout out right now. And so, ScrapMechanic's awesome. He one of the things that inspired me to do this creation was a and just if you don't know who ScrapMechanic is, he's another YouTuber. I was thinking about one of his creations, and that was a precision flyer. It's the he has a precision flying, and then a what is it called? A ScrapMan VTOL, which is called SM VTOL. And so I thought, wow, I like that because the precision flying he made so that he can land. I wanted to do the same thing, except with different. And this is what came out of it. It's not the best. And so basically, I wanted to do this where you can stand up and walk around and all that good jazz. But so right now, it didn't really turn out the best, but I thought it was pretty cool for first creation, so I thought I could show it on this channel. And so we're just gonna crash land right here, and we'll go on to the next creation. This is my Super Y-Wing, and so I thought this was a pretty cool creation. It doesn't have any landing here, so it just kind of sits there. But I thought this was a really cool creation. I'm skipping a whole bunch just because for reasons that just because a lot of them I kind of just fiddled around with the game because I didn't really get to know the game by myself, but I uploaded them, so if you want to go check some of those out, you can. I'll put in some I don't know, like a fiddling video or something like that. But this button right here, if you want to get in, it does this. But so this creation right here is one of my proudest creations that I had. Like, I was really proud with the pod racer and how it turned out, and then how all that stuff came on, but I was like, that's not my best, I need to do my best. And so I then created this. This is a Y-Wing, if you know Star Wars, and I've colored it in my colors, and this is the first time I ever used it in partially dark, and then I kind of liked the dark after a little while, and so I kept most of the rest of my creations just dark red. And so I was building this creation, and I loved it because it was so fun to fly around until I made another creation that was even better. But this thing was like amazing, and so it's pretty precise. I thought this thing was gonna get like 300 subscriptions on the workshop, and nothing came. And so like this thing's only gotten like a few subscribers. I think most people like look at this and they're like, that looks terrible, the colors, it doesn't even look like a real Y-Wing. No! And so I thought this was a really cool creation, honestly. But however, I can see how people would like look at the colors and like wouldn't want to do it, and so I just kind of looked at it and I was like, yeah, I could recolor it, but I didn't, because I mean, if they want a creation that looks good, but like, or like works well and sort of looks good, they can have it. But if they want a creation that works good and works really and looks good and looks really well, they can have it. But this wasn't the case, so I just wanted this to look good, sort of, and work really well. This creation works really well. This was the first creation I redid my keys on, and so just if you see this on the workshop and you don't know what it is, like if you haven't seen this video, or like your friends have told you and like you haven't seen this video until like you went and looked it up or something like that, I don't know, but but if you haven't, just maybe like don't judge it by its color, you could say. But yeah, and so I'm gonna give this a fly around, show you guys what I can do. The cockpit version looks awesome. Just I was about to say FYI. I'm trying not to say FYI. And so this is really easy to fly. However, if you bump into something, or if you start to roll without without controlling your roll, like rubbing up against something, you're probably gonna fall over, honestly. But I'm gonna fly this around now. So 2 is the lift key, so it'll start lifting you up. It's pretty slow. 3 is downward thrust right there, and it's perfectly in the middle, so you can go straight down. Excuse me. You have some other buttons, but I'm using those as other keys so that you can control it really nicely. And then you have W, A, S, and D. In the description of this vehicle, I have a what's it called? I have like what the controls are. So if you want to download this vehicle but you don't know what to reset your keys for, you can reset it right there. And so yeah, this is the Super Y-Wing. It's pretty easy to fly if you reset the keys. It's pretty easy to fly just in general. It's not too fast though. I mean, if you kind of did like a dive, I guess, and then like go up like this, I guess you could get some speed, but it's not that fast. That's one of the qualities I didn't like about it. It wasn't fast, so I didn't want to mess with the design and not make it fast. I mean, I messed with it with the thrusters right there, but that's all about it. I like the shape of this vehicle. If your creation doesn't like, your computer doesn't like to handle like really big vehicles, or like lots of not moving parts, but like lots of thrusters, probably don't download this because it's probably gonna lag your game. Or you can just try it. It's pretty fun, but excuse me. But it's not the best. And so this is really easy. So if you wanted to fly a really easy vehicle, it's not that hard to fly around. So I'm gonna just land right here. So I found a good technique is if you start going down and then you hit 2 and then which cancels your downward thrust, you should be able just to land just fine. And so yeah. You have this vehicle, and this is the super awesome Super Y-Wing. And if you want to download it, it's in the workshop. Just either search up my name or search up Y-Wing, Super Y-Wing. This will probably be there. So yeah, if you wanted this, go ahead and take a look at it. Don't care if you look at it on, like, showcase it on your channel, or if you mess around with it. If you change some things, like you change like the design of it, I don't care. But yeah, this is the Super Y-Wing. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and leave a like it down if you like the video. And if you have any ideas for videos in the future, like maybe challenges, I can get some friends, see if they can play, any suggestions, any type of that sort of stuff. If you want to suggest like a vehicle that you want me to build, anything, suggest it down in the comment section, and I'll see you all later.